Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush says he has not decided to run for president just yet. But if he does, he tells CBN News he will run on his record. Bush and other potential contenders spoke at the Faith and Freedom Coalition's Road to Majority meeting this weekend in Washington. He tells CBN's David Brody he saw problems in Florida from a conservative perspective.
It had the look of a presidential campaign rally and provided a conservative audience for some politicians to test the waters and their message.
There's a war on Christianity, not just from the liberal elites here at home, but worldwide.
If we are silent about the issues of our time, then who will speak?
But a lot of eyes and ears are waiting for Jeb Bush, a potential frontrunner with a familiar last name and a pragmatic reputation who wants to focus on solutions, not party squabbles.
We could focus on all of our disparate parts, all the points of disagreement that conservatives have, and never win again.
After the 2012 defeat, the Republican National Committee concluded the party needed to come across as more inclusive.
Certainly, social conservatives are a huge part of a winning coalition, which means that we have to change our language to be inclusive, but not abandon principle.
But those are fighting words to some of the conservative base who believe the word inclusive translates into squishy or moderate, definitely not principled. Yet in our interview, Bush says he is principled on traditional marriage, despite seeing the culture become more sympathetic to gay Americans.
I think we can be respectful, we can be compassionate, we can talk about this in non-judgmental terms, but ultimately for our country's success, traditional families are what are going to end up leading our renewal.
Bush grew up Episcopalian, but converted to Catholicism when he married his wife. He says his faith really convicts him in one specific area.
It informs me about the questions of the dignity of life more than anything else. I think life is precious from beginning to end.
There's no doubt a Bush presidential campaign would tout a list of conservative credentials, but some questions linger, such as, will his support for comprehensive immigration reform hurt him?
We should deal with the millions of people that are here illegally to give them a path to legal status.
And will the family name contribute to a reputation as a mainstream Republican establishment figure? That could hurt him in the GOP primaries if he runs. What do you say to those critics?
If I decide to run for office again, it will be based on what I believe, and it'll be based on my record. And that record was one of solving problems completely from a conservative perspective. I cut taxes every year. I shrunk the size of government. I acted on my core beliefs on social issues as governor. You know, I will be able to, I think, manage my way through all the chirpers out there.
And those chirpers will no doubt get louder if Bush decides to run, something he will really start thinking about next year.
Thank you all very much.
David Brody, CBN News, Washington.